Coach, my first question is for you. Benaj Delaney over the past 2 games is a plus-minus of plus 64, second best in franchise history, at least when they started documenting that stat. So what does it mean to have a player with that kind of box score, even when she's not at her usual 20-point-per-game production?
You know, it's great. I mean, she hangs her hat on playing defense, guarding the best player every single night. And I think I said that in the last game. She takes it on herself. She's going to compete. She's tough as nails, and she works her butt off. And to still, be effective on offense too at 31 minutes. That was a pretty fast game out there tonight. And even though Caitlin got some looks tonight, well, I still think we made it hard for her as much as we could.
Hi, all. Thanks for being here. If I could have one for each of you, that would be great. Sandy, starting with you, can you take us through how much of a luxury it is to not be worrying about the chemistry between the starters and the fact that you were able to get 5 bench players in double-digit minutes?
Yeah, look, I think I talked about that's going to be important for us. Year 2, these players know how to play with each other and the system that we have, and that's a luxury that we have. How do we continue to grow on that? I think that's our focus here. There's still areas that we know we can get better, and we will with time, but to be able to go to the bench and for them to bring in some energy, and they're still learning. I mean, we can't look too much deeply into it because they've only played together a hot minute, haven't played much with the starters here as well, but we'll continue to grow that over obviously this crazy schedule that we have.
And JJ, for you, I'm curious if you can describe how meaningful of a performance it was today for Niara, who had 15 minutes off the bench, and what did you learn about what she can do?
Well, I don't think I learned anything. We trust her to go out there and make plays. We understand that she's a really quick post player that can go by a lot of other post players in this league, and I think she did that tonight. I think she was really locked in defensively, making an extra effort to, get the rebounds, to get back into plays, to contest, whether it was Boston or any of the other post players. So that's what we're going to need from her, going throughout the season, and she has to bring that every night. So I don't think we're shocked at all, but we're happy that she's out there doing what she's supposed to do.
And Stewie, for you, can you take me through how the team post-game interview idea came together, and what statement did you want to make in doing that?
Well, we were just trying to huddle, and Holly wanted all 5 starters, and at that point we had the entire team there. So we all just stood there. And I think that just showed a sign of us continuing to kind of go through this together. We were close last year, but we're even closer this year, and just really appreciating that and enjoying it. Last year, things got a little bit crazy for everyone coming here that was new, and now we're settled, and we know what we're trying to do on and off the court.
Andrew? Sandy, the way that the threes were falling in the first half, were those, I guess, the same shots that you had gotten the first 2 games and they were finally going in? And is that maybe a sign of that part of the offense sort of clicking at this point?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think Indiana, they saw us missing a lot in the first 2 games, and they decided probably to clog the paint up a little bit, and we got some wide open looks. But, we got some great shooters. You can miss some shots in one game, but I don't think over the course that we're not going to. We had a high percentage shot when we made them. We had open ones in previous games, we missed them. Yeah, maybe that's, not having their legs. Some of them haven't played overseas and still getting their legs under them as well.
Thanks. To each player, now that you've seen Caitlin 2 games in a row, and you're obviously used to all the hype and spectacle and all that, but now that you've seen Caitlin 2 games in a row, what do you think of her game and her start as she makes her way as a pro?
Obviously, she's a knockdown shooter, and she has that range. And, obviously when you come into this league and you're a number 1 pick, everyone's going to know where you are on the court at all times. She's looking to make the pocket pass and continue to. That's going to be the growth of this team over the season, is them figuring out what the right spots are depending on what defenses are going to do. So, I think that us up here, it's respect. Obviously, we know she's a great player, and just trying to do whatever we can to make it tough.
Yeah, I think the media needs to give her a little bit of grace and time to develop into a player, and she's learning every game as she's out there, and obviously her impact on this league is going to be tremendous and only grow as she matures. But just give her some time, man. Look at Kelsey Plum and how it was for her when she first came into the league and the player that she is now, and yeah, just give her some grace.
Hey, Stewie over here. Congrats on the win. You talked the last game against Indiana about running in transition, being aggressive. Today was more the same. You guys won fast break points, 28-2. Was it also a welcome sign that as you guys are pushing pace, they also did as well, even though they weren't converting on their end?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they tried to. That was their game plan, was trying to push pace as much as they could, and we like that. I think we just tried to run as much as we could. And then there's a fine line of making sure, like, when things are getting crazy and maybe there's no team is converting, walking it up and running a good play, and making sure that we're trying to run as quickly as possible, but also a steady diet of running plays and getting what we want.
Hey guys, great game. Obviously, a lot of our attention as a media has been about veterans versus rookies, and I was wondering if you could maybe share one thing you would tell your rookie self looking back now.
My first 2 years, we lost like a lot. Like not getting used to losing, but understanding how to navigate that, and instead of just being completely frustrated, taking whatever I can and learning from it, and just being in the gym. Obviously, there's a jump from college to WNBA. This is the best league in the world, and we wouldn't be here being our best, if it wasn't that. So just, I don't know, keep learning, keep paying attention, keep watching film, and create a good schedule for myself. That's what I would tell myself.
She said it.
Stewie, you talked in the last game about when buildings have playoff energy,
Yeah.
and building was full tonight. Now that you've had your home opener here, I'm wondering, how do you as a player feed off of that, and is that now the standard here? Maybe not a sellout every night, but to really pack the place to have an engaged crowd.
Well, I like it to be a sellout every night. I think we love it as fans, and I think the way that I could describe how it feels and having that home court advantage in the third, right? When we're a little bit tired and we're trying to push through, we have our fans cheering for us, giving us more energy. Coming after a timeout, whether it's a big play or not, and really feeding off of that, and that's what home court advantage is.
Stewie, you guys earned the Liberty over $2 million in ticket revenue today from this game, which is the most ever
Wow.
in WNBA history. Just talk what that means for the league. I mean, you guys are trying to obviously have charter flights now, and when the next CBA comes out, probably earn more money. Mm-hmm. How big is it that, I mean, you guys are a big part of that, but also Clark being here and in the league, how that helps everybody that heard effect, and for you guys specifically getting this huge number from ticket revenue for the day?
Yeah, that's incredible. I think that obviously the buzz and just the eyes that Caitlin has brought from Iowa now to the WNBA is going to be a collective win for all. And now that she's a part of our league and a part of our 144, even though we're competing against each other, we're making sure that we're continuing to lift up this league together. And I think that's what's the most important thing behind it. Obviously, we have to put the best talent on the court every night, but making sure that, there's growth. I think that when I first started in the league, some teams weren't even making revenue. And I'm sure Sandy can talk about that too, but it's a long time coming. And, we're happy to be at this point, but we're not satisfied.
Hi, Al.
Yes.
Over here.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Just one quick one for anybody.
Not me.
28-2. 28-2 fast break points today. And the offense, you guys were moving the ball really well. But now this is 3 games. I know it's a very small sample size. It's early. But you've surrendered just 12 points across these 3 games total on defense in the fast break. What has worked so well when you talk about that cohesion and getting back and having each other's backs?
Yeah, I think defensively we understand that. I think our biggest area of growth is going to be on that side. And we've talked a lot about it, and just getting into our matchups, understanding that we can use our defense to, then propel us offensively. But I think everybody just kind of being matched up, understanding that sometimes in transition you have to get the closest player and just build that wall behind the ball, build that wall behind the ball, and then just going from there. But I think, like we've said before, our chemistry is building. We understand how to trust each other, and it's showing out there.
Breanna, how's the start this season, this year, compared to last year, your first year with the team?
Our start is much better because we lost the first game last year. So I think that we're excited. We're happy. We're happy to be here, and we're happy to continue to grow and get better, and understanding that, everyone in this franchise does something special, and how can we make it collectively work together. But for me personally, I couldn't wait to be back in Barclays. Ever since we left in October, I wanted to be back here, and knew that our fans did too. So it was really great to be here today.
Stewie and JJ, hey guys. Obviously, the respect for Caitlin is evident, but when you guys are 3-0, defending runner-ups, for the entire thing, is there any frustration of the lack of narrative push of that, or any satisfaction in, having 2 of those 3 wins come against the Fever?
Like Stewie said, we understand that collectively we have to grow the league. I think as competitors, we go out there and we make our statement. We win the game. We play hard, and we come together to win. But ultimately, it is what it is. She has the media behind her because she's a great player. She had a great She had a great collegiate career and has done amazing, and now she's in the WNBA. But at the same time, we have to respect the league and the competition by going out there and playing our best, regardless of who that is that we're playing against. So I think that's what we did.
Hi, this question is for JJ. JJ, if you combine the regular season and playoffs, today was your 100th career double-double. So when you look at a stat like that and what you've been able to do throughout your career, how much is that a testament to what you've been able to do?
Yeah, just being consistent. For me, when I come into games, that's one of the things that I kind of pride myself on, like being able to get a double-double, doing what I do on the boards. But yeah, it means a lot to kind of have that level of consistency throughout my career. It feels good to be healthy and moving the way that I want to move, and being able to help contribute to this team and moving us in the right direction for sure.
Hi, everybody. For Sandy, this was the second straight game where Indiana started to make a little bit of a run, but you guys were able to sort of withstand that and then push to sort of win convincingly. What do you think it says about the chemistry of the team right now that they're able to withstand those runs and still be able to win convincingly?
Look, I think the experiences that we went through in year 1 together help us in year 2. We faced a lot of adversity. And that's how you grow as a team, isn't it? All the experiences that you have, you remember it, you know how to come together. And the players talked about the connections, and I think that's so important, building deeper connections. So, the communication that we have out there, the respect that we have for each other, that allows us to come down and execute at a high level. And, we're an experienced group, so we've got to, utilise that to our advantage as well.
Hi, Jada Kamel with Brooklyn Paper. I'm sure there's this added anticipation and energy when you're playing at your home court for the first time. So, Coach, I'm wondering what that conversation looks like to your players when you're preparing them for that first home game.
Yeah, look, obviously we're all excited. Yeah, we did speak about it. And I'm like, the fans were having a sellout. We had a sellout in Indianapolis, but this is our home court, and we really created such a great buzz last year. And we appreciate the fans, and they're coming out to watch us. Maybe some watching Caitlin Clark too, but coming to watch us, and that's, we should take pride in that and how we perform. So that was our focus, and we want to protect our home court. We've got all these people. Let's go play great basketball and making sure that we're getting the win every time we step on court.
And Stewie, a question for you. There was this moment of trading buckets between both teams, between you and Sabrina and Jones. I'm wondering what that call and response energy felt like on the court.
Just continuing to, whenever they make a tough shot, hopefully it was after the ball had been moved a few times, and not dwelling on it and going and getting our own bucket. And that's also the difference, was they made a run, but it wasn't, we also made our run. So it wasn't just one-sided, and that's the competitiveness in the WNBA.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.